Alright, I'm going to walk you through my core routine, and while there are certainly a lot of abs in this, it's more than just abs, it's a complete core including a little bit of hips and back. So this first exercise is just a sit-up. I'm keeping my knees together to emphasize the rectus femoris instead of the psoas major, and I'm trying to reach as high as I can to keep my torso straight while I bring my chest as close to the knees as I can. The arms overhead just add a little bit of resistance and make it a little bit more difficult. But all of these exercises are going to be more about quality of movement than about repetitions. So I'm only doing 10 of these. Alright, next up I'm going to swing around and get ready for a Coffin Crunch. So here again I'm keeping my knees together and locking my legs out, and I'm just curling my torso up as high as I can. You'll find these are pretty difficult actually, but I like to just hold it for a moment at the top and then come back down. If you can't hear, I'm also exhaling as I initiate each repetition. I'm also just doing 10 of these. Then I'm doing some leg raises, again keeping the knees together, trying to bring the knees as close to the chest as I can. You will also notice that I'm trying to keep my back pressed into the ground as my legs come down. I'm trying not to let it arch. 10 repetitions here as well. Alright, and before I move into the next exercise, I'm going to just quickly stretch out my hamstrings and back with this forward bend. Those are antagonistic to the muscles I'll be training, and I can get a little better range of motion by helping them relax first with this stretch. So the exercise is just a straight leg raise while leaning forward as far as I can. I'm just going to do 5 on each leg, 2 times each. And the further you lean forward, the more difficult this will be, so just lean forward as much as you are able to. One more time, I'm going to stretch out those antagonistic muscles, getting ready for the most difficult portion of this entire routine, which is the L-sit. This is fairly advanced, but you're welcome to just, if your feet hang on the ground a little bit, you're welcome to still just try it as best as you are able. Next, I'm moving into these side plank raises to get the obliques a little bit. I'm also exhaling here with each movement. I'm only doing 5 on each side, and the idea is to think about pushing the ground as far away from me as I can. And again, I'm holding it as just for a brief moment at the top to get a good squeeze out of those obliques. On this side you can see a little better. I twist just a little bit into it to try to get a little bit better contraction. Alright, after that we're going to do a little bit for the back. Your abs will be pretty tight at this point, so I like to start this transition with a seal stretch. And you can see me kind of wiggling into that with those tight abs that I've got now. I'm trying to find that stretch and loosen those up a little bit. Think about squeezing your glutes and pushing those into the ground as well. And instead of just thinking about compressing your back, think about opening up the front, your abs, and stretching that portion out as much as you can. Then we'll move into some back extensions. I'm just going to do 8 here. These are quite difficult as well. Think about squeezing your glutes and relaxing your shoulders. And then just come up as high as you are able to and hold it for a brief moment before lowering. Alright, and the last thing I'm going to do is just some simple back bends. This is a great way to stretch out those abs and get a lot of tension in them. I'm actually throwing my head back and thinking about reaching my arms as far back and as low as I can. And I'm just doing 6 of these. Alright, after that I'm going to repeat this entire sequence one more time, which is why the video is not 10 minutes, it's only 5. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is what I do every single day before I start lifting. Let me know what you think, and good luck.